Welcome back to Milanware KB, and this video will take you through the virtual to virtual migration of Windows 2003 host using VMware Standalone Converter 5.0. As you can see here that I have a virtual machine already on a VMware vCenter Server 4.x, and we are going to migrate this VM to 5.0x. So let's get started. So I have a terminal server already opened, and this is actually the same virtual machine, and I already have VMware Center Standalone Converter 5.0 installed on this VM. So I'm just right click on it and run as administrator, connect to a local server which is the same VM, and you can see that this is Standalone Converter 5.0. So I'm going to click on convert machine. So powered on VM machine, this local machine, you can see the source details. It shows you the name of the server, which is the same server, and even though it is a virtual machine, it still detects it as a physical machine. Specify the IP address of the server. You can specify it as a workstation, or you can specify the IP address of the VMware server. So I'm going to specify the IP address of my ESX host here, and that's going to be 19.21. And next, so we specify the name. Let's specify it as P2V. Click on next. So I have the local data store. Going to select the P2V data store, which I've already created on the ESX server. The virtual machine conversion, this is version 8 for VMware Standalone Converter 5.0. Leave it at default. Click on next. So you can edit the volumes from here. You can see the space. Since this is a virtual machine, it was created just with the local partition, and you can see that it's going to be a block level copy. You can select the option as thick and thin, if you want to keep the existing space, or the destination server is a thin provisioned array. So click on next and finish. Submitting the job, and it has actually started the migration process of virtual to virtual server, and the taskbar shows the progress, the estimated completion time. This varies based on the status, and the log highlight shows you what's it actually doing. So you can see it has started cloning the volume, taking a snapshot, and converting the physical machines. So even though it is a virtual machine, it treats it like a physical machine. So it's actually a virtual to virtual migration using standalone converter. So finally the installation is completed. You can see the status as completed and the running time. Since there was not much data on this one, it just took maybe 5 minutes. And then you can go on the server and see the destination VM. So you can see that this is the ESXi 5.0.0 and we see our destination VM. So in the real world you would power off your physical machine or your virtual machine and then bring up this virtual machine. Just make sure that the virtual machine is successfully converted.